KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
I promise you, this is not a political podcast.
Jump from the deep end of the pool, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. 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 Set up the mood.
Yeah, it's cool, man. The only thing is I'm sure you can hear it too, but whenever you actually touch the mic, it goes.
I gotta fucking stop touching it. All right. Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Paranoid Radio Podcast. I am Trebles Garcia, your humble host. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. I have an amazing episode lined up, as always. Every single fucking episode is amazing because we're the best podcast on the motherfucking planet. Second to none. Except for today, though. Today, we have somebody that might just blow us out of the fucking water. I want you guys to check us out, first of all, on paranoidradio.com. Cop up a t-shirt and word of mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. It allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. I also want to give an amazing, allowing me to jump in from the deep end of the pool and setting the fucking mood. Please give a warm welcome to Katalist Jones from the White Rabbit Podcast.
Let's go. Yo, what's up, brother? It's good to finally meet you. You know, we've been texting on the gram, and I could tell that you're good peoples, and you fuck with good people. So,
yeah.
You know, good people find good people, and I'm glad that we were finally able to make this happen throughout both of our busy schedules. So,
absolutely, man, absolutely. Yeah, you guys are fucking killing it over there. I saw your new setup, bro. Kudos to that. Congratulations on everything you do. And may everything that you touch turn to gold and your family always stay wealthy and healthy. That's right.
Man, I love it. Thank you. Spiritually healthy, too.
That's the stuff. All right, man. Let's jump right into it because I'm using StreamYard for the first time ever because I guess today I got called a dinosaur by Rabbit. Yo, Katalist Jones is over here bashing on me because I'm the only one that podcasts still on Zoom. Man, I enjoy it, bro. It's easy to use, it's straight to, and it's reliable, and it's old. It's like that old Toyota Camry people be buying and shit. Those 1990 Hondas that people can't let go. Those fucking Honda Civics. You know what I'm saying? SI.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna knock you for that one because I always said that even if I ever get like rich, super rich, that I will be the richest motherfucker that still drives a Honda Civic because that is my car, bro. That is like my favorite car. I've owned 6 of them, and yeah, I've been in car clubs and everything, bro. Like that's my car, bro.
Yo, have you ever
about to get a Subaru STI? Yeah. So I'm excited about that because I've never owned a Subaru before, and it snows where I moved to. So I'm like, all right, what can I get that's still dope?
And a rally car, 4-wheel drive. That's the stuff right there. Quite frankly, I remember the Honda Accords 1992's EXs or XLs that when you get in, you close the door and the fucking the seatbelt goes like it assembles itself.
Yeah.
You remember that shit, dog?
I remember those, bro. Hey, do you remember they had a short run of them, but it was 2-door. It was the 2 doors.
Yes, Accord.
The Accord, but a 2-door. A buddy in my car club had one, man. It was so dope. I mean, when I left the car club, he was talking about getting a right-hand kit switch to it to make it a right-hand driving car. So you're driving on the side that it was made.
It looked kind of like an overgrown Prelude, right?
It did.
Right?
You remember the Prelude? The Preludes were sick. That was my first introduction to Honda, was a Prelude.
Yeah. Those are awesome, bro.
And then I upgraded to the Civic. Well, a buddy of mine had a Civic, and I was like, bro, this doesn't look like it would be this fast off the gate, but it is. It's so dope.
Yo, thank you for sharing, dog, your favorite type of car. I like Mitsubishis. They're reliable, cheap stuff, cheap parts. Get in, get out. I have a 3-banger, bro. I have a 2015 Mirage and a 2020 Outlander. Both black on black. As you can see, I like black. And then they're reliable cars, bro. When they break down, $300, brakes, everything gets done within 40 minutes, in and out, bro.
Right. Well, right now I'm rocking a Hyundai. Believe it or not, it's 2018 Hyundai Accent. I got an amazing deal on it. Let's just say I was able to pay it off right then and there. When the guy told me the price, I was like, "Oh, I don't even need to haggle with you."
EV,
So huh?
EV,
I didn't hear what you said.
EV, like electric vehicle.
Oh hell no, no, I wouldn't do that. It's an Electra, but it's not an electric car. It's a gas car. No, I'm not going to do any part of that electric bullshit, especially because where I live right now, we're having a lot of power outages because a lot of people seem to be moving here and they haven't upgraded their power grid, and we get these flashes here and there. And yeah, man, it's only going to get worse. They're not doing anything for the water system out here or the power system. So we're suffering on both sides of it because all these people from California are trying to escape and they're coming here.
Yeah, I've heard some testimonies where people from California arrive in Texas and Colorado, and people get like they start tailgating you, start talking shit to you, and they don't want you anywhere near their societal structures. Man, you gotta be careful with that stuff, bro. Real stuff.
Oh, I don't tell people I'm from California unless it gets brought up. And, then I'm like, yeah, I'm from there. I'm a recovering Californian.
Damn. You know what, bro? I don't know how the fuck this state went to shit so fast, but it's a beautiful freaking state, bro. It's just, unfortunately poorly run.
It is so beautiful. Like, you cannot match it. You can go to the mountains, go skiing, snowboarding. There's so many beautiful lakes. You got the ocean. I mean, you got so many different cultures that have made their way into everybody's culture that comes from California, from Northern California to Southern California. We have it all, man. And the money, or not the money, but the weed was always top notch before it was legal everywhere. It probably still is top notch. The women, I mean, you got the 3 W's, right? The women, the weed, and shit. I don't know what else goes with the W, but wheels.
Wine. We got wineries out here too.
Oh yeah, wineries. There you go. A wino listening to this was like, wine, motherfucker, wine.
Yo, all right, let them know where they can find you. For the people that do not know, Katalist Jones is the amazing host of the White Rabbit podcast, kicking ass, dog. He has amazing content, super monetized. He has sponsors. He is the walking dream for a podcaster my size. They don't know where they can find you, bro. What are your plugs?
Absolutely, brother. My home, and I love my home, is rockfin.com. You go on there and you search White Rabbit and I'll pop right up. And other than that, man, you can find me on all your usual suspects. They kicked me off of YouTube so many times that they got my IP address now. So I can't even create another account. That's been for 2 years going. So fuck YouTube. I do occasionally post on Rumble. I'm going to start posting more on there. Follow my Instagram for spicy original memes. I never post anybody else's stuff unless it's in my story. And yeah, man, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, all the usual suspects, brother. White Rabbit podcast.
That's right. Make sure you check him out, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be also featured on the drop-down menu on paranoidradio.com. Now, let's get into it, bro. Let's jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood, like we like to say out here. Yo, cloning celebrities. We just got off the fucking mic with Cosmic Peach, K4V3 podcast, and just recently we started talking about the Nephilim the bloodlines and how transhumanism was a huge thing for fucking Dr. Epstein, and he wanted to install his fucking shit in other people's shit to have a lot of bunch of little shitheads. So what's going on is you are solidifying all the theories that we spoke on this fucking show, and I want you to clarify. What insight do you have? What's your research say, bro?
Well, my research on cloning in general goes really deep. And then when they decided to start cloning celebrities because they were bored of cloning normal people, that's when it really gets interesting. So, when do you think the first clone was? Or do you remember when the first clone was announced?
1997, 1998.
Man, that's really, really fucking good. I'm talking to an expert here, and it was 1997. Embryologists at Roslin Institute in Scotland cloned Dolly the sheep. And do you remember that?
Yeah, the Lamb of God. They try to resemble what God was. Oh yeah. Huh?
Right. So the satanic he's married to the satanic high priestess herself, Mr. Clinton, said that is dangerous territory and would be embarking on immoral things. And so he supposedly put an end to it, but he did that on television so that everybody
he cut federal funding, but he didn't cut private funding. So it was
well, it's all an illusion in the first place, right? So what you say on TV is not the same as what you do behind closed doors when you're making deals, because we all know that that Bill Clinton, he made his money basically through trafficking cocaine larger than any other fucking person that we all think came from Florida, but really it came from his home state. That's a whole nother story. And then he marries the fucking satanic high priestess herself. I mean, her fucking middle name is Rodham. I mean,
wait, hold the fuck up. Wait, I didn't know that. You blew that one up. All right, wait over there.
Hillary Rodham.
What does Rodham mean, bro?
I mean, Rodham, rot them.
Define Rodham. I'm GTSing that shit right now. So people, GTS, people know here, call it Google that shit. Hashtag, look it up. Define RADAM. Did I spell it correctly?
No, it's ROTTOM. I believe.
Sorry, my fucking dyslexic ass Latino 3 speaking language having ass. Sorry, bro. All right, TTOM. Ratan. RATTOM, huh?
Yes.
It doesn't come up. Oh, it's because fucking Bing. Bing sucks ass.
RO. Just type in HR Clinton.
I gotta see this, bro. HR Clinton. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, Rodham. RODHAM.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So what's going on? All right.
Well, it's all in the sound pronunciation, right? Rodham.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's gonna rot this entire country. Rodham. Anyways, so that's when we're told that they made their first clone. However, if you look into dang, this isn't in my notes too, so my dates might be off. Mm-hmm. But if you look into Dr. Peter Better, who I credit as the very first podcaster because he was doing these things called audio diaries back in the 60s.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about how President Eisenhower, I want to say, President Eisenhower was actually replaced with the first. It was cloning technology, but not a full clone, and he called them human robotoids. And he basically said that no, President Carter. It was Carter. Carter was the very first person that was replaced by something other than a stand-in. Yeah.
American politician. Yeah, I hear you. I put peanut farming president. Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's saying that there has been all these clones and robotic robotoids being infiltrated into these higher positions all over the world, not just the United States, so that they can push their agenda. Now, I'm just giving you a drawback, and I'm saying this is speculation because we're only going off of what this guy says. However, if you do go back and you listen to some of his recordings, they're fucking insane, and it really sucks that my presentation is corrupt right now because I had him in there talking about Jimmy Carter and the robotoids, and it's pretty fucking impressive, dude. So let's fast forward. Now comes about, I want to say 2012. We have this guy named Donald Marshall that comes out, and he is claiming to be a whistleblower of somebody that his consciousness gets taken every night when he goes to sleep. And his parents sold him basically when he was like a very young child. Uh-huh. And so his consciousness gets taken to what he calls the celebrity, or no, he doesn't call them the celebrity cloning center. He calls them the cloning center because there was only one when he first started going. and it basically started as a deep underground military base where world leaders and prominent figures would meet, and basically they meet at like Bohemian Grove and these type of things or whatever. But when they want to meet like nightly and whatever, this is going to sound crazy, y'all, but they've learned how to transfer their consciousness. So what they do is they make these clones, and then they transfer their consciousness when they go to sleep, and then they wake up in these cloning centers. And now when I say celebrity cloning centers, I mean, we're talking like the biggest of the biggest. And before she died, the reptilian queen herself, Queen Elizabeth, was the head honcho at these meetings.
Bam, bam, bam.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm being super unprofessional here.
Take your time, bro. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
I'm over here with the fucking sweating my face off with no AC.
Hey, we're both struggling, bro. Like I'm holding on. I grabbed my wrist right now, and it's wet. Like I'm sweating my ass off. But it's all good because
I thank you again, bro.
It's in the name of the truth. So fuck it.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and no, I can't hear you no more. I can't hear you, but I'm gonna keep on talking. So
handle it.
Oh, you got it. You're back. So I want everybody right now, while you're listening to this, don't stop listening to this, but I want you to write this down or remember this down. DonaldMarshallRevolution.com. DonaldMarshallRevolution.com. Go check that out. You will see everything Donald Marshall, what he's done, what he's come out about, the claims that he's made, and a lot of them are very they're very convincing, and a lot of them are very like, oh no, bro, you've gone way too far. You are obviously out there just looking for attention. Some of the shit you're saying is just too fucking crazy. And I'll give you an example. From the Eagles song Hotel California up until the mid 90s, this guy claims to have written like 85 to 90% of every hit song from every band and musician you've ever heard, because that was the only way he could get them to not torture him when he would go to the cloning center, because basically they had an arena with a circle in it, and it was like a dirt circle. So what the way he describes it, it makes me think of more of a modern day gladiator pit, but with like modern seating, but still like a dirt pit. And they would sometimes have clones of celebrities, and mind you, their consciousness is in this, whether they want to be or not. So if you go back and you listen to rapper B.O.B.'s song, I forget what it's called, but he says, you want the fame under one condition, or you get the fame under one condition: you get copied at the cloning center. And so,
okay, so but why would they want to copy? For example, hypothetically, somebody comes up to your doorstep and tells you, Mr. Katalist Jones, how do you like your whiskey, shaken or stirred? And you tell him, I like it stirred. He goes, we're gonna give you all the stirred juice in the world, but we have to clone you. What's the purpose of cloning you? Owning of your vessel, owning your.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's a very easy thing. That there's the main purpose of cloning a celebrity or somebody that they're going to make a celebrity, because celebrities they're made. It's not a grassroots thing anymore. Like, there's very few far in between people that come up. Like Chris Webby is totally natural. But to get to the level of fame where you're going to the Grammys and shit like that, bro, they make you. Like the best rapper alive, we will probably never hear him because he's not what they're looking for. So what they're looking for is people that are charismatic, people that can sway people's attention, people's thoughts, and their style. I mean, remember when Eminem came out? how many fucking white boys wanted to be Slim Shady. You know, that's even why he made the real Slim Shady song. And
Oh,
even in that song, you look at that song and it's nothing but clones of him, basically, right? So basically, if you have the power over people to sway their opinion on certain things, then you're useful to them. And the second you get out of line and don't want to go along with their agenda, they can just get rid of you and replace you with a clone that will do their bidding.
oh, I know what you're heading into. I understood. This is why Jamie Foxx fixed himself very, very, very fast after that. No, it wasn't Kevin Hart. It was Kevin Hart, actually.
No,
Fixed
you're
his
thinking
back
Jamie
after.
Foxx. Oh,
Jamie
Kevin
Foxx
Hart
did it too, right? Kevin Hart did it too.
Yeah, Kevin Hart had like a back injury and he was back right away. And Kevin Hart is basically Cat Williams' replacement because Cat Williams wouldn't get cloned. He wouldn't go along with their agenda. And he was going to be the fucking Kevin Hart that's in all these movies and shit. But because he won't bend at the knee, literally, then they had to find somebody that would, literally. So yes, Kevin Hart takes shots to the face, just so you guys know. Absolutely 100.
He gets scoff-fucked?
Oh, absolutely.
He's getting skull-fucked. I swear to God, bro.
By
Holy shit, bro.
By the fattest, sweatiest, ugly Jews, too. Anyways.
Or by The Rock Johnson, which I also think he was also cloned, bro.
Okay. So yeah, to get back to why would they clone these people, that is the biggest reason right there, is because they can sway the public's opinion with these people because they're influential. And the second you become influential, they become interested in you. And so I mean, we could get really deep into Donald Marshall now. Did you send
Yeah, he's on. Homeboy just clicked in right now and adding to the stage now. Welcoming to the stage, El Compa, the guy with the hat and the most famous podcast coming in right now with Chef.
I like
What's up, big homie?
I like your pride hat, bro.
Yo, your fucking month passed already, bro. I don't know shit from sports. I shouldn't be speaking.
Oh god.
Oh, he goes without the camera now.
Hold
Hey,
up. My shit
you.
got disconnected.
Okay.
Hey, much love right back at you. I take the heat.
It's all good, man. I'm a Raiders fan. My skin is thick as fuck. I think that's what made me a conspiracy theorist, is I was born into a Raiders family, you know, and I'm like, there's no way we could have this many superstars on one team and lose every single fucking year.
You know what LV stands for in Spanish? It means Las Vergas, which means Dick Riders. Dick Riders. Get it?
Oh, interesting.
In Spanish, yeah.
And they call it Sin City, so they sold their soul to go out there, which is why I think the Raiders are going to the Super Bowl this year. They are going to be the ones to stop an end to the reign of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro. They sold their souls to go to Vegas. They were the very first team on board with making people get fucking vaccinated to go to their games. They had the most dedicated fucking fan base. And what do you do to become like greater and level up in the satanic world? Well, you have to sacrifice something, right?
You have to sack.
So they sacrificed the most loyal home base so that they can be to the biggest tourist attraction ever. So basically the Raiders will never get another home game, even when they're at home, because it's going to be nothing but fucking tourists there, like planning their trips to go see their favorite teams. Fuck it, dude. It's a fucking show city, bro. It's a show city. And so, yeah, the Raiders are going to put on the show this year. I guarantee it. I would put money on the Raiders to be the underdogs to take it all the way this year. You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first from Katalist Jones, bringing in not only conspiracy topics and cloning facilities by the fucking Clinton bitch witch herself, but also the Raiders' damnation. And he's a Raider fan. You're going to be happy. You probably put some money on that too, huh?
Well, I used to be a Raiders fan, bro. I got to tell you, I mean, I'm still loyal. Like, I'm loyal to the foil. I bleed silver and black, you know? So it's like one of the things that my family and I can actually still talk about, because we can't talk about conspiracies or religion or politics. So it's like the only thing we can bond with. So I'm like, I know it's fucking rigged, but you know what? It's fun. Everything else is rigged. You got to have that blue pill every once in a while so you don't go crazy.
Everybody has their vice, bro. I call it the girl in the red dress. That's what I call it. Same thing with me, bro. I gotta have my beer, and I dive deep first into a fucking conspiracy theory. And at work, same thing. Like I spend more time at work than what I do with my freaking daughters. And the same situation, bro. I cannot. Once I hear somebody say, like that post you said, I hear anybody say anything about politics or any conspiracy theory, I'm like, bro, we're going in, because you already, and I hear them. I wait until they get to the farthest they have gone, the farthest they can. He's back, and he's
I saw
back. That. Was there? I'm back.
Yep,
Okay,
who's back? Back again.
Here's at stage.
Yeah, sorry about that, gentlemen.
And then
he's back.
My
USB port, dude, took a shit, dude, for my camera, dude.
Under the sea.
Oh, that's all good.
Check your mic, Mike.
We see you just as good. Start that over.
Yo, fuck the algorithm. I said, fuck the algorithm. When there's all these people with all this greatness in one area, they tend to fuck with the shit or fuck with the heat. The AC starts fucking around. But you know who's not fucking around? Chef from Sunday Night Secret Society's just joined us right now, about to drop the hammer of the motherfucking gods, but not with that hat on, more like a goddess. Yo, again, we had some technical difficulties, and it's kind of embarrassing on my end also. But if it wasn't for Katalist Jones kicking ass and taking charge and recording this on fucktard StreamYard, liberal ass shit, whatever. Sorry.
Wait, liberal ass shit. You're on Zoom. What was the number one thing that kids had to go to school on during the pandemic? It was Zoom, bro. They were making a shit ton of money.
Yo, I gotta be honest with you. Did you ever watch KCET when you were growing up? I was fucking broke. I ate cup of noodles for a living when I grew up, and all I had was KCET, and there was this show called Zoom. It's nostalgic for me. Okay, don't fucking judge me. Peter rejected Jesus Christ 3 times. Who are you to judge?
Hey, we're gonna take it there. Damn. Okay,
yo, so again, bro. Rock and roll. You were saying clone people.
Okay, so I was telling everybody to check out DonaldMarshallRevolution.com. I said it at least 4 times, and I'm saying it again. Go check that shit out. Now, I was getting into the history of cloning and why they started cloning celebrities. Do you remember why that was?
Because they needed to have, in case you didn't want to perform the way they wanted you to perform, they could make you perform. Well, not you, the other you, kill you, and then use your clone to do their bidding.
Right, exactly. And like Jeffrey Epstein, to have something over somebody, imagine if they had another you over you. And they were like, bro, say that shit one more time, see what happens. Yeah. And then when they have no more use for you, you die in a bathtub of a drug overdose. Like so many people. They all died. Whitney Houston, you name them. They died in a bathtub. Matthew Perry, died in water. Matthew Perry actually died in his hot tub. So anyway, I just popped that open with a legit bat, so everybody knows.
From legit bat podcast. Now that we're shouting them out, might as well shout out to Janet from the Deplorable Nation podcast for hooking us up.
Hey, Deplorable Nation, that is one of my favorite podcasts. I don't think there's very many episodes that she puts out that I don't leave the episode teary-eyed, because she has a way of pulling on your heartstrings, whether you want to be touched in a way or not. She has a way of bringing it to you when it needs to be brought. So I absolutely recommend everybody to go listen to Deplorable Janet, Deplorable Nation, actually, but Deplorable Janet is the host. And anyways, let's get back into this cloning stuff, man.
Yeah.
So let's go through a list of celebrities that either are or are claimed to be clones, and we'll go ahead and start out with Paul McCartney. We can get into Avril Lavigne, and this one gets a little touchy. And we'll jump back to Paul McCartney because there's all kinds of conspiracies that go along with Paul McCartney's death and so-called replacement. But I'd really like to get into Avril Lavigne right now because that's more of the people our age that are listening to this. They're going to know that a little bit more than the boomers that were into Paul McCartney and shit. So when Avril Lavigne was 17 years old is when she got noticed and was like, oh shit, this bitch is influential and she's young, she's moldable. Let's go. Let's rock with it. Right. Mm-hmm. And so like the same year that she signed all of her contracts, she actually herself signed this woman, or not woman, but she was also the same age as her, named Melissa Vandella. And she was an identical doppelganger of Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
And so she hired her as her stand-in when she was too tired to do whatever it was that she was doing. These celebrity, like, ops, whatever it is, like these photo ops and go sign this shit. She would send this girl. Mm-hmm. And then in 2003, she died, because she killed herself, but she really did kill herself. Not like one of those celebrity killings that we hear about after they've done something heroic and then we're like, oh, they died of a drug overdose. Oh, really? Because they were just about to release some shit about child sex trafficking. Very interesting. Anyways,
interesting. Like Chester from Linkin Park?
Yeah. And his counterpart, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank on him right now, but anyways, let's get back. So she hired Melissa Vandella, and then there were some things that were very traumatic about her and her father, and she couldn't handle it, and she offed herself. And not only that, like she didn't want the spotlight. She wasn't one of those people that wanted the spotlight to begin with. And so they were like, well, fuck it. We already got this Melissa girl that's been doing stand-ins for her. And so she's been the Avril Lavigne that we've seen this entire time. And if you want to fact check me, go ahead and go back and look at birthmarks between her and her stand-in. Now, people can say that, you can get birthmarks removed and whatnot. But, I mean, you don't grow birthmarks, do you?
So, not birthmarks, but like, if you have an illness, you can grow spots, sunspots, stupid spots.
I'm not sure which way that goes. I mean, we can get into Michael Jackson with the Villalago shit and everything like that too. But and that's a whole other conspiracy. Michael Jackson fake.
He was cloned for sure. He died under that Pepsi commercial.
No, he had a stand in the entire time. He's been alive behind the scenes the entire. He's still alive, bro. He's still alive. Anyways,
do you think that Tupac's alive? Fuck.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That one I haven't dived deep enough into Tupac. But there is people that are posting videos that like are showing this one. Do you know the guy's name that's performing? And everybody's like, that's Tupac. And then people are posting videos and he's doing the same hand movements and like
the Jamaican singer dude.
Same body language and everything, right? So, could be. But if I was Tupac and I was to fake my death, I would have came out 7 years later like Machiavelli did after he named himself with, and I would have sold the most expensive concert tickets that would ever been sold in the history of concerts, and I would have been
some shit.
I would have been the biggest motherfucker to ever walk the planet. That's the only reason why. I think Suge Knight had that motherfucker killed, even though Suge Knight is saying, you think Pac really wrote all them songs? Like in that short amount of time? Come on now. You think Pac's dead? Like, even Suge Knight said that. But that's a great alibi, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Suge Knight had him killed because Tupac was... Well, see, the whole fucking killing of Tupac is weird. See, now we're going to go and do a whole side fucking rabbit hole. That's what happens when you follow the right rabbit. You never know which way he's going to twist or turn.
Yo, this guy could rap 10 times worse than I can rap, bro. This guy touched 4 different topics. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here anymore. I lost track of time. You're like a
Well,
UFO abduction, bro.
we're talking about celebrity cloning, and then we went into celebrity death fakes. So,
Holy fuck, man.
but it's all good. Like, let's go into Tupac. Like, we've all seen the photos. Not we've all, but the people that are truthers and conspiracy junkies have all seen the photos where it's a completely different fucking car, different Mercedes. It's just, if it wasn't a cover up, it's a conspiracy of sorts, right? There's some sort of cover up there to cover up who the actual shooter was. I mean, there's just pieces of evidence that don't match up. When you look at them, it's like My Cousin Vinny, when you see the one car and then they introduce the other piece of evidence and it's a completely different car, but yet they introduce the evidence and you're like, oh shit. So
Don't match. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
don't match. So there's something afoot there for sure. But let's get back to cloning. All right, let's reel this back in. All right, I said Paul McCartney. We started talking about Avril Lavigne. Mm-hmm. She was huge. Okay, she came out with the song "Skater Boy," and she had females that were 14 to 20, like just playing that song over and over. And Avril Lavigne was it because she was grungy. She didn't give a fuck. She was clean though, and and so she had influence. So they had to keep that going. And that's where I come back to, if you want to become famous, B.O.B. said it. You can go fact check me on this. B.O.B. said this in his song. If you want to become famous, you get the fame under one condition. You get copied at the cloning center. Now, then we got Britney Spears, okay? Another Pepsi person. You brought up Michael Jackson. Now, Britney Spears has been questioned. There's been questions, big ass Britney Spears fans that aren't even conspiracy theorists were like, where's Britney? Where's the real Britney? What's going on? Nobody's heard from Britney. Now we have this fake ass fucking Instagram account with this dumb bitch that can't even dance. Now, mind you, Britney Spears is a professional choreographer, to the point where she choreographed the most famous videos you've ever seen.
Hashtag,
yet,
wait, hold the fuck up. Wait, she was a dance choreographer?
Yes. And yet she's dancing in these Instagram videos. Like, I mean, I could dance like that. And I could dance better like that.
Bro, you're the fucking rabbit, bro.
Now, here's another thing about Britney Spears too, is we have AI that is a motherfucker, right? We've all heard about deep fakes and shit like this.
Yeah.
Now, I believe it was a year ago, Britney was doing a live Instagram video where she does her dumb fucking dances in the same exact spot, mind you, and her fans have pointed out that her tattoo is on the wrong leg, and she has gap teeth now. And she didn't have gap teeth before. Her teeth were fucking beautiful and perfect.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was a
she's doing a
there was a video. Yep, there was a video,
and it's like rendering right behind her arm.
There you go. That's exactly what I was about to bring up. And so we've all seen this as conspiracy junkies. We've seen that video, and so that's suspect, right? So, like, why would that happen unless you're on a live legitimately and not using some sort of a fucking filter? Okay?
Huh.
So, who else? This is my favorite to talk about. Eminem.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Eminem was cloned for his riches and fame. That's what his song, Will the Real Slim Shady Please Stand Up, that's what he's kind of referring to. And then when he does his song Rap God, He talks about how he's superhuman and raps like a machine. Anyways, let's backtrack. In 2005, there was reports on a local news station, and I can't remember. I have it on my actual video thing. Oh no, I can't share it because it's corrupt. On my actual video thing, I have a news report of a deadly car crash where Eminem was pronounced dead on the scene. Well, I find it very fucking odd that they never brought that up or talked about it in the mainstream. It was just that local news coverage, and then it was scrubbed from the internet, never seen or heard from again. Thank God for the internet sleuths that can catch that shit. And I got that video clip. And that is the same year that he disappeared and he goes to rehab supposedly, and then we don't hear from him for a very long period of time.
They were activating his fucking clone.
Then he comes back. He has brown eyes when he even raps about being a blue-eyed, green-eyed devil, right? His earring holes closed up. I mean, I got my ears pierced when I was in 4th grade, but I haven't worn earrings since I was a teenager. I still have earring holes, bro.
Yeah. Word. Same here. I still got my fucking lip piercing shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So these things don't just happen. Every time you see him now, he's wearing fucking long sleeves so you can't see his tattoos. Now, I have a clip of a documentary that came out about this artist that became famous. He used to be a graffiti artist, and then he became a tattoo artist out in LA. This Latino guy who used to get in a lot of trouble for doing graffiti and shit. And he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make money off this shit. And he learned how to tattoo. And now anybody that was in the rap game, not even just the rap game, man, I'm talking Eminem, 50 Cent, Justin Timberlake, anybody that was anybody back in that time period wanted to get a tattoo from this guy because it was like a symbol of status. And so they made a documentary about this guy. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. But anyways, they interview the clone of Eminem, and he's sitting there in a fucking sweatshirt. And they're talking about his Haley Jade tattoo that the guy did with the mushroom and everything on both of his arms, man. Both of his arms. The guy fully did everything, right? Dude, he did a piece of Haley Jade, his fucking daughter, okay? I have the worst tattoo across my chest that has my daughter's name on it. I'm not going to get that covered up because it's my daughter's name. You know what this fucking guy said? I'd show you it, but I got it removed. You're not going to get a tattoo removed of your fucking daughter. I'm sorry, bro. That's just not you're not going to do that.
Let me ask you something. It's kind of weird. That I know you wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. I don't think Schiff would. But what if his daughter told him to take it off?
Why would she do that? You know that girl has an OnlyFans page?
Ooh, dude, get the fuck out.
So you're saying it's because of like moral reasons or something? I'm sorry, bro. Like
she
that goes out the window right there.
Get the fuck out. Eminem daughter? Oh my god, man. Little Eminems. This is fucking retarded, bro. We live in a movie, dude. Holy fuck. Okay.
All right, so let's keep going, man. All right, so after Eminem, then we had David Chappelle. Now, tell me this. Look at David Chappelle when the Chappelle Show was out, and look at David Chappelle now, and that's what most people's argument is. However, I'm friends with a guy. His name is Tiger. He was skinnier than I am. Now, when this motherfucker walks by anybody, they're like, damn, dude, do you play football? Like, right? So I get it. If you dedicate your life to fitness and being healthy, you can make that huge change. So, but there's this whole thing about him leaving Hollywood because of things he didn't agree with, and he disappears. He gives up multi-million-dollar contract on the David Chappelle Show and voids his second or whatever his last season was that he did. He was supposed to sign multi-million-dollar contract for the following, but he also had like a 2-point-something million-dollar contract for the second season. Well, he walked out of the second season knowing that would have voided his contract and he wouldn't have got paid for it. He disappears to Africa for however long. They bastardize him in the media. They say he went crazy and all this bullshit, right? Now he comes back and Netflix is fucking with him harder than ever.
It's funny because he even said some controversial shit.
He does, but at the same time,
controlled.
You need it's controlled controversial shit because you need to keep the pot stirred, bro. And that's what I get pissed off about, like people fighting over red versus blue. And what did you think of when I just said red versus blue?
Democrats and Republicans.
Oh, funny, because I could have said Crips and Bloods, right? It's the same fucking tactic. It's the same tactic. If you guys would shut the fuck up long enough and talk to each other, you would realize that you most likely have the same values. You want the same for yourself and your family, and you don't want to be fucking pushed around by government. But yet, the longer we fight against each other, then they're able to keep that fucking stranglehold on us, right? So they put a hero on this side and a hero on this side, and they paint it so that it looks like a villain to the side that's not worth, like, oh, I'm all about like trans rights and this and that, and I think this should be that. So then you put out somebody like Kamala Harris, and that's your fucking hero, right?
Camel toe Harris.
And then you put out the heel, which is Donald Trump, but yet he's the hero to the other side. Now, I do go back and forth on the fence about Donald Trump, whether or not he is one of them. However, I mean, he is a 33rd degree Mason. All his kids went to fucking Jesuit school. He's the most pro-Israel president there's ever been. He was the one that pushed the fucking warp speed. So,
conspiracy theories on top of conspiracy theories. All I'm gonna say, I'm a Trumper. MAGA Latinos for Trump 2024. But I always keep that card on the table. The Bible says you cannot trust another man, because then you're doomed, right? I'm not sure if that's exactly what the Bible says, but I'm sure it's implying to do not trust another man, because a man will not save you. You can only save yourself. Only God has that grace. So I don't trust Donald Trump, and I don't think Donald Trump is our savior. I think he's our bullhorn, and he's not perfect. He's necessary. And warp speed. I think warp speed. I've dove deep into the conspiracy theory where I think warp speed was. Oh shit! Well, there it is. I think warp speed was created to dismantle the timeline, to push him back, because he didn't force it upon anybody. It wasn't like he was telling everybody take it now. He was forcing the administration to push it out, but he wasn't forcing people to take it. And then there's that video recently came out with him talking to RFK on a personal level, and they're recording RFK where he's saying, Donald Trump is telling him, like, nobody wants you to fucking take all these cocktails of bullshit into your system, right? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to fucking take the shot. He even spoke bad about the same shot that he pushed out. So I honestly think that the guy, if he's controlled that position, he's the best actor in town, bro. Like, who the fuck loses a shoe, stops, pumps after taking a shot to the air? Like, who does that, bro? Like, this is a movie, dude. It would have to be completely Matrix.
Definitely a movie. Man, I want to get into that too, because why would they allow that photo op? But let's rewind, because when I was a host on We the People Radio, before I went, wait, maybe this guy's controlled opposition and got kicked off. But when I was a host on We the People Radio, I used to defend Donald Trump and his whole warp speed thing, because when he tried to bring up hydroxychloroquine, they bastardized him for it.
Yeah.
When he said to use infrared, what is the sunlight?
UV.
UV technology. It's like a bleach. It like bleaches everything out of you. Uh-huh. The media made it say, Donald Trump is telling you to inject bleach, right? Mm-hmm. And then he stopped, because if he would have brought up ivermectin, then they would have bastardized the shit out of that, even though they were bastardizing the shit out of it. But imagine if it came out of Donald Trump's mouth. Yeah. So he did give everybody the opportunity in the world, and tried to. If he was to bastardize the vaccine, what do you think they would have done in the mainstream media? They would have painted him as and there's even video clips of all these fucking Democrat pieces of shit, like Kamala fucking Harris, saying, I'm not taking any vaccine that Donald Trump puts out. And then the second they came in fucking power, they were like, go get this fucking vaccine now. I'm losing my patience.
Don't forget the laugh. You got to do the laugh. Oh shit. It's the pandemic of the unvaccinated, bro. I'm unvaccinated. My daughters are unvaccinated. We're running the world now, bro. Look at us go. Look at us go.
Hey, pure blood, man, pure blood.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. I'm just saying. That's what I think when I see Trump.
All right, so
Fuck with you.
David Chappelle, to ring this back in. I don't know how we got on Donald Trump by talking about David Chappelle, but somehow
It's you,
we
bro.
always
It's
end
you.
up there.
You're
That's
the
what I'm
one,
saying.
bro.
That rabbit. That's why this is the white rabbit, because you never know what rabbit hole we're gonna fucking fall down. We could be on one topic, but there are so many fucking tunnels underground that we can go through.
And then some tunnels reconnect. Like you just reconnected.
And they do reconnect. They all connect, and it all
Holy
comes back to
fuck, man.
spiritualness.
I love it. I love it. Yo, I got about maybe 15 to 20 more on this beautiful recording.
Minutes. Okay, let me shorten this up for you guys then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to run through this really quick. Here's a list of all the celebrities that I know for a fact have been cloned.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Paul McCartney, Britney Spears, Eminem, Jamie Foxx, Kanye West, David Chappelle, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Simon Cowell, Tila Tequila, and rapper B.O.B. came out saying that Donald Marshall said the last time he was at the cloning center, he saw 3 different clones of rapper B.O.B. However, I don't think he became influential enough to take out.
Do you think that he chose to be cloned, or do you think that they like? Because I'm pretty sure all you need is like a little swab of DNA.
No, they actually need blood now. Period blood is the best, and also penis circumcision is the best for males.
That's why I said God, Jesus Christ was a Jew. They snipped the tip of the dick. They're trying to make an avatar for him so that they could use it, so that Antichrist could walk the earth using that fucking technology, that cloning technology, that clonate shit from 1997. I'm telling you, bro, this is real. Look, call me crazy, call me the
You're
screamer,
crazy.
but it's
You told me to tell you.
the holy tip is out there somewhere. I'm not trying to be funny.
That is pretty funny, though. The holy tip. Do you think they circumcised Jesus? Do you think
Absolutely. 110%.
But why do you think that is?
Because he's a Jew.
Because, I mean, honestly, we know that it takes away a lot of sexual pleasure feeling once you get circumcised. Do you think that that was like the original attempt at population control? Is that a ridiculous question?
No, that's not too far to reach. And quite frankly, the people that invented this, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, it was the Jews. And all of a sudden, we all adopted in the Western Hemisphere, haven't we? Huh.
Right. It's crazy. Even like Jehovah's Witnesses get their kids. Yeah.
You know, Jehovah Witnesses, you know how you say, I don't know if you guys know Spanish, it's probably not going to be funny, probably funny to the listeners, but Jehovah Witnesses in Spanish is testigos de Jehová. And another word to say testicles in Spanish is testículos, so Jehovah's testicles. It's funny. I know, testicles de Jehová. I know, guys, I'm sorry. I just wanted to crack the joke.
Jehovah's kids.
It comes with a testicle.
Oh, that's fucking too fucking.
In Spanish, you know Spanish, bro. They're like, you're like, what the fuck? Testículos? Like, oh shit. Start cracking up.
All
Spanish
my
joke.
coworkers speak Spanish, man. Sometimes they call me Pelon.
Yeah.
Because usually I have my head shaved.
You're the pelon from the microphone. There it is.
And we're getting really bad feedback. And Chef, you sound like you're at the other end of the room, brother.
I didn't want to tell them because I know we've been interrupted too many times.
I know. I don't want to stop this, but it's all good. So unfortunately, man, the tech gods don't want this to happen right now, because I'm even trying to pull up an Instagram post that I posted about a year, maybe 2 years ago, of Tila Tequila saying that she was locked away, and the Tila Tequila that we saw on MTV and having fun and everything was her clone, while she was over there suffering.
Kanye West had a meeting with Donald Trump also right before 2016's presidency. And Kanye West came out different out of that room. He came out with a fucking pale, white, motionless face. Do you have that video? Do you know what I'm talking about? He had a
Man.
meeting. You don't remember this? Am I on a different timeline?
I totally remember this.
Yeah.
I do totally remember this. You know, when you have meeting with powerful people and you get basically told what the fuck. Like
I'm sure he told him, like, yo, this year
so
you're done.
So that's it. Let's reel this back over, or reel this. Let's throw the ball back over to David Chappelle, and we know that his buddy is a truther. What is his name that was in the movie Half Baked with him? The white comedian. He's friends with my friend Sean Hibbler. He does a lot of shows with my friend Sean Hibbler.
Exactly the fuck you're talking about. He's got a really
Jim Brewer. So Jim Brewer and David Chappelle were like best of friends, like fucking brothers, right? And he told him who came and visited him at his house in the middle of the fucking night when his family was asleep, and basically told him to cool his shit out. And then a day later, after he told Jim Brewer this, he abandoned the fucking the David Chappelle show.
Oh, because he was a truther. He was
And
getting
then-
too fucking close. He was intervening with
And
their
then
money
check
and their
this
plans.
And then check this out. And then Jim Brewer says when he came back from Africa, never called him. They don't talk, like not even buddies. And he told him his deepest, darkest like they were brothers. And then all of a sudden, crickets.
We know that they could hack your DNA. At this point, you're also mentioning that they could also transfer your essence into a different
Your
body
con-
avatar,
your
to a different conscience. Can they pick and choose and delete the memories they want you to run by with?
Well, I'm sure they can on certain subjects, 100%. But
Or emotional ties. Like if they were best friends.
The best they can do is the MK Ultra that they provide us with already. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we're sitting here talking about politics as if politics actually matters in the whole grand scheme of things, because all we are is we're just here experiencing this so that we can learn from it and take it back to source. And yet we get so wrapped up in the human emotions and the physical aspects of everything, and the tangible and the shit you spend money on, that you lose sight of what it is that we're really here for. And that is to experience and love and to give love.
We are the universe experiencing itself.
Yes, we are 100%.
Yeah.
And I say that as a Christian.
And with that, Katalist Jones and Kyle from Sunday Night Secret Society's chef is chefing up another episode. He kicked ass. Thank you for joining us, Katalist Jones. Make sure you check him out, ladies and gentlemen. White Rabbit, I want to thank you again, and I want you to know something, bro. Before anything, sorry for the unprofessionalism. Sorry for the technical fuck ups. It happens, but you sticking around and you actually recording on your end shows that you're not only a good person, that you're a good Christian, that you have a bright future ahead of you, and you're also a great father. And I want to thank the Lord for putting that in front of you, for making you change.
I'm glad you brought that up, man. Can we all pray for my daughter right now, because she's going to spend the next year in Paris, France, and I am going to be so far away from her that I can't protect her. And we all know that Russia is threatening France right now. And I asked her not to go until the election was over, but she insisted. So I'm not going to be able to see her for a year. Not only that, but if shit pops off, there's nothing I can do to protect her. So can we please pray for her? Anybody listening to this, I would really appreciate that. Her name is Kalea, and just keep her in your thoughts and your prayers.
Absolutely, bro.
Done and done.
Amen, bro. We will. I will. And
if you want to catch the White Rabbit, make sure you follow me on Instagram first and foremost, because you're gonna get spicy memes updated every single day, and I post nobody else's shit unless it's in my stories everything I do is original. And other than that, man, usual suspects. Yo, Trebles, you're dope as shit, bro. I would love to get you on the White Rabbit podcast. It would be great to have you on there and pick your brain. I would love to know what your first red pill was. You know, the normal questions I ask on my show.
Yeah.
But and thank you, Kyle. You know, you're one of my boys. You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I'm happy I saw the message. And I know I had. Do I still sound like fucking asshole?
No, you sound fucking like a smaller, tighter asshole.
Great.
now I sound okay. Okay, that's funny because I did a little show last night with you can't see my mic. I did a show with Jonathan and Jacob, and Jonathan was like, "Bro, you sound fucking amazing for using AirPods." And I'm like, "No, I got a mic." But anyhow, I had technical difficulties there. I need to get a new cord.
You got the mic, but you're using your Apples for your fucking headphones.
Well, I'm just using the headphones here, but I have my mic. Yeah, my mic is down here, my little Yeti mic. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. So my apologies. My apologies for my technical difficulties, but I appreciate the invite. Catalyst, always a fucking pleasure. Trebles, Garcia, my brother, always a pleasure. I'm going to send you a picture. My daughter actually did. I'm going to redo it tonight, but my daughter did a tattoo like on my leg with a bunch of other shit that turned out But
dude,
it's an umbrella, and I'm going to do an umbrella today like on my hand, and we're rocking fucking.
Take me a picture of that, bro.
I got you. Hang on a second. Get some fake skin, practice for a little bit, and put it to real skin, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, I will say that my favorite tattoo that I have is when my daughter turned 17. I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she said, I want to tattoo you. And so I let her tattoo anything she wanted on me, and she tattooed her signature on my leg, and it looks like shit, and it's my favorite tattoo ever.
That's fucking beautiful. She's going to carry that forever, man. That is gorgeous. It's about the moment with them, bro. It's about the moment with them. I have my little one right here sleeping. She's a little sick. I got to stop screaming.
That's awesome. Yeah, oh, well, go take care of her, man. Hey, Trebles, it was an honor to be on your show, brother, and I really appreciate this. I'm going to send you the second half of this recording as soon as we end here, and you can rock it. Also, all the clips that I talked about, if you want to, I can send them separately. I don't know how dope of an editor you are, but if you wanted to throw those in, I got Tila Tequila. Everything that I said, I can back 100%. So
we could do that for another presentation on your show, because I don't do video editing. Like I said, I just barely got the new laptop. I got to start fucking putting all the software in it, start connecting everything, you know. It takes about a day or two to really get like all settled in. I've tried it 3-4 times. I'm not going to have the technical issue unless my fucking Wi-Fi goes up. So, but the audio, I'm fairly good with the audio. I got a new stuff. I'm trying to level it up. You guys, fucking Chef and K4V3 are keeping me busy. These guys, they're so young. And they have like the StreamYard, they have all the flashy things, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do that, bro. Like, I work 12 hours a day sometimes. Like, you guys fucking suck, man. You don't tell me the secret, so I gotta drop some sauce on it too, bro. Thank you. Send me if you can. What's up?
That's Catalyst and Joe Reezy, bro. I don't know. I actually, when we had a little break, I was like, Catalyst, bro, you gotta show me how to do this shit.
Look at this shit, bro. She's fucking moving behind you. It goes through your heartbeat, and it keeps you chill. It keeps you in the trance. I don't know, fucking. That's all next level shit, man.
Thank you so much, much love, both
I appreciate you for inviting me on your show, brother, and I hope to come back on soon.
For sure. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. It allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Peace out.